Hi, I'm Bonar, and this is my introductory speech self-evaluation. Before this speech, I felt kind of nervous, which is weird because it was just me talking in front of my family, and I do that all the time, so I don't know why I was so nervous, but I was also anxious because I wanted to get the speech over with. During the speech, I was a little more relaxed because the story started picking up, and I felt more natural and comfortable talking in front of everyone as the story went on. And after the speech, I was relieved that it was over with, and I was happy that I had finished my first college speech. There were some elements that I thought I did very well, and one of them was eye contact. I kept my eyes on the audience and at all times and not at the camera. I also think that I was loud enough and talked clear enough that everyone could hear and understand me. And I think I had a good attention getter, because I asked a question which engaged the audience right away and kind of got them thinking already from the very beginning. One thing that I need to work on is using my space better. Although I had some hand movements, I felt like I was kind of awkward just standing completely still, but I'm sure as I get more comfortable with talking in front of people and giving speeches that I will move around a little bit more. Also, there are a few times which I paused, which is something that I could work on with just practice and just to make it flow better and not have a weird pause in the middle of my story or speech. I also think that I could improve on the way I word things. Like at the end, I knew what I wanted to say about the moral of my story, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, and it was kind of confusing. And I think that's just happened because I was so nervous and close to being done that I kind of got ahead of myself. Some goals for my next speech would be to practice a lot more, just so it flows naturally and I don't have to really think about what I'm saying. I also want to move around a little bit more while I'm talking and don't stand completely still. Another goal is to practice in front of people before I have to do it in front of 3 people and a camera, because I found that it was a lot harder than I anticipated to get up there and talk in front of them, and even though it's just my family, like, it was still challenging for me to get it, and it took a few times to get it perfect. So I would practice more in front of a mirror, and then also in front of 1 person, and then 2 people and 3 people, and gradually work my way up and practice with the camera just so I am fully prepared. Overall, I think I did pretty good on my introductory speech for it being my first speech ever, pretty much. I think that I deserve at least a 90% because I met all of the requirements. My attention getter was clear and relevant. My story was easy to follow. I explained the moral of my conclusion, and it was also relevant to my story. I maintained eye contact with my audience. I had volume in my voice and a good tone, and I wasn't boring to listen to, I don't think. And I met the time requirement. So overall, I think I did pretty well. There are definitely some things I could improve on and practice more, but with each speech, hopefully that will get better.